Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to some more of the Great Steam Library playthrough. We are getting ready to start our very last A game, Aviary Attorney. No time played. I don't even think there's any achievements in this game. I haven't seen anything. I don't know how long this is. I don't know how short this is. But we're going to get right into this. Oh, this is a tiny game and a loud game. Oh, hold on. We don't want to. Options. Full screen. Turn down the volume. See, is it on my end that it's so loud? Not really. Okay. Why is it not showing up? Oh, I probably gotta confirm first. Do. Come on. OBS. OBS. Why you gotta be like this? I'm just gonna do the monitor then, I think. Yeah, it's all right. Move some stuff around real quick. All right. New game. January 1st, 1848. Chateau Crinere of Baron Roguru. Okay, I don't know. Baron R. He's dead. Is that Monsieur Grunway? Oh mon dieu. I'm gonna butcher this language, I'm sure. Dame Cataline, what have you done? Act 1, a cat with claws. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Ugh, too early for worms. That's a Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got business to handle first. Business? Oh, we got a letter. Letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Probably just more junk mail. Go on. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Senor Pertois Demure Estate. I don't even know. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Demure Estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. I want to make sure my volume is being picked up perfectly. Okay, it is. Alright, if we cannot do much for Dame Cataline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Cataline in court? Nope. Of course. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at whatever. Concierge. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Senor Demo's letter first. One moment, Falcon. The letter has been added to my evidence folder. Okay. Alright. You may access the evidence folder anytime by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, alright. No need to make a list. Falcon's picked up his wallet. I have 20 francs. You may see how much money he is carrying at a time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. January 3rd, Monday. Welcome to the map screen. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. So, we were at the offices, right? Behind the door reads, the Aviary Attorney offices. No case too big or small. No junk mail. So, this will take a full day to go here, right? Yes, that's what we do. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the concierge prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Oh, the concierge. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. This is going to be a lot of talking, isn't it? What have I got myself into? The guards are well-mannered. What'd you want? Quark. I love that name. Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Ketterline. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. What are you waiting for? Keep up. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Ketterline, I presume. You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. My lady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so I hired the first people in the actress. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Ketterline, could you fill us in some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you want to know? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. What happened on the night of the murder? Ooh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa arrived at Chateau, the home of the great Baron R. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Jayjay and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I really didn't understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with the camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what took your what? Camera. Very new gadget. Tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Let me believe. Still, a camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera's been added to my evidence folder. Okay. Photographer named Rubidio attended the banquet. Okay. Please continue. After we had the photograph, I went to the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Jayjay. It was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur. He called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? I guess we just keep asking, right? Might as well. Dame Ketterline, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest Maman couldn't make it. And there was Baron R, who hosted dinner, and his housemaid. Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Jayjay, well, until he died. There was Mr. R. de Robinio, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious? Oh, suspicious, like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloodied murder weapon. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I am afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious. The conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? You said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what the food was. You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Glorious. That looks like a ribeye, actually. Glorious Falcon, write this down. What? Can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine, fine. Red herring has been added to the evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to the evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery, even for the steak. Nope, you would think that the Great Baron of Chateau Crenray would have gorgeous silverware, but there's none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Is there anything else you want to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that'll be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? Well, I see it. We have 2 tasks. We should head to Chateau to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. Try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robitio de Robinio. 2 days for 2 tasks seems doable, but we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. I think I believe you. Of course, Dame Cataline, it's our duty as lawyers and as gentlemen to have faith in your testimony. You can trust us. Thank you both. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Bernard R. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I keep track of who everyone is. A what? A Facebook is a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson has been compiling a Facebook. Jayjay Falcon. Sparrowson. Suave and courageous, likely. What a handsome fellow. I love it. Wealthy father, Dame Cataline. Okay. I love how he's like almost like laying back. It's hilarious. Mark. Oh, this is not going to be a very long game. Okay. Yes, list of people we met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. Okay. I think we go to. Okay, game sales automatically started each new day. I think you can also make a quick save anytime by selecting save and quit from pause menu. You can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner up there, or by pressing the escape key. Okay. I think we go to the chateau first. Yeah. Focus person, enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crenray. Behold 30 closed and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Excuse me, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my look around here sick and starving, see? Cough, cough. I don't suppose you happen to have some spare change. Ooh, do we give him some change? We have 20 francs in our wallet. What will you do? I mean, we could give francs or we could not give francs. Do we want to be good? Let's give one. You have one. Here you go. Stay safe, madame. And thanks to you, messieurs. That's pretty generous, are you, Falcon? Times are tough. Making sure a mother and a child have something to eat is the least I can do. What am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step up to the pristine wood paneled foyer of Chateau Crenray. Well, this place, Baron R, must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything the side of the sign. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smuggling chap with the impressive mane. Is he a lion? But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron! We'd like a word! How's that? Rustin, you're the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. He is a lion. That's great. Did I hear my name? Great Baron R, property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm a private attorney, Jayjay Falcon. This is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? No, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Well, let me turn this volume down a smidge. Resume. Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions and hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. You know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps. I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. Friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Granway, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a tragedy. There's a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the Love that. Unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. Just to my understanding, the photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It is no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you are done with your investigation. So where should we go first? Want to do it all, right? So let's start where I think it was at the garden that it happened, right? Dame Caroline said that she found Monsieur Jayjay on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. Crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail? You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. It's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you're free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you've had enough, or when you find nothing else to examine, click the X in the top right corner. Okay. Select an area to examine. Okay, so we can look at a little bit of everything. Finally crouched a horse statue. The name almost looks lifelike. You say it behooves you to stroke it? No. No, I would not. So I can't re-look at stuff I've already looked at. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. I eventually realized I was just filling up on horse. Oh, no. We're doers. Oh, terrible. Yep, so. Stairway. Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Jayjay died. Seen his bloody footprints? Oh, or maybe a name scrawled in blood written with the frog's last breath. Wistful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. Does it indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue? All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Jayjay was attacked and killed on the staircase. We got what? 2 horses in the fountain? We'll do the fountain last since it's the biggest. Baron R certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little Sherwood people creep me out. Maybe should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar, and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You got to stop coming here. They're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. All right. Fountain, right? Looks like that's it for the stuff to look at. Let's look at the fountain. This fountain is finely crafted, solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We got to wade in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say is Sparrowson, go into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify me getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yes, I'll flip 1 franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So it'll be heads or tails. Napoleon face or plant squiggles. Heads. Put all in heads. Don't let me down, old emperor. Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pencil Falcon, you're going for a swim. Ah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I kind of figured it was going to be no matter what. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Oh, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. I did find mystery item in the upper basin. There's no murder weapon, though. What is this? It's brown and sticky. It smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt. Possibly. Belonged to Baron R? Correct. That shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case. Okay. Is there anything else we need to do here? Select an area to examine. Doesn't look like it. I think we're done here. Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Alright, let's go to the main hall next then. Yeah, we did the garden. Let's go to the main hall. We haven't seen the lounge. We should probably go. Oh, okay. So we'll just go to lounge. The hey? It's a giraffe. Second floor. Third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey, Falcon. Do you see that? See what? The housemate told you just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah. Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's Jayjay Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duat. So, what can I help you, Monsieur, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What is it you want to ask? I love how... Oh, man. We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh, yes. You're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing... just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. Bren insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Well, that clock's never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron R just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Our evidence folder must go up and down. There's no way all this is just from one trial. Or it might empty every time. Forgot that we can go in here. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder. Is there something else you want to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. Thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama last week. Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, what? No! That's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there's something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and... Well, never mind, I'm rambling. No problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. Missing silverware has been added to our evidence folder. My eye's bugging me today. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, big bird? Main hall. Back to Mr. R. Did you guys have a look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look. Thank you, Baron. We actually have some questions for you. Please ask away. I have nothing to hide. About your housemaid. We met your housemaid, Colleen Duat. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yeah, she was quite helpful. She's more than willing to help us with our investigation. I'm glad to hear it. You two want to ask something else? We'll be leaving. I think that'll be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Do you get the information you need, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If anything goes wrong in the trial, we can always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. Alright, so tomorrow's a trial. We need to go see... Okay, so now we can go to all these places and it won't take a day to do. So that means that's just storyline progression then. Yeah, I don't want to go back and talk to the dude. So... This is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Magnificent marvelous artist Monsieur R.R. is currently on an artistic expedition. We shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Knock anyway or go? I think we'll leave. No use in lingering if he's not here. Let's go. Just like that, you give up too easily, Falcon. We must respect the note. We just can't ignore a note, Sparrowson. If you say so. We'll just have to come back later if there is still time. Right. A new day. It's the day of the trial. Palace of Justice. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palace of Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal of Grand Instance. No. Are you nervous, Falcon? Nope. We're not nervous. We got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Wow. At least one of us is feeling confident. Hey, it's a kitty. Monsieur Falcon, petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Oh, look at the judge. All right, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everyone here? Jayjay Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Remington present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha, I knew it. You what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I only assume that he mumbled through the final exams on luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know. Say, Sparrowson. If Rupert scored the second lowest marks in class, then who scored the lowest? Sparrowson. I choose to exercise my right not to self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. I'm really excited about this game. I'm really enjoying this. Hey, Falcon, I thought you were only 6 members of the jury for the case like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with funny hats are ushers, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Meaux. Prosecution, please call your first witness to stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, she's called officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand. Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Volerty. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague the city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but I was stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. But this guy would turn on his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you could walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron R. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline de Meaux. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case, in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor. Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. About to give him the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. All right. Cross-examination, the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Like the key phrase you find suspicious, and Falcon will press witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Housemaid, see the crimes. Blood on her paws. In fact, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. How much blood was there? How much blood was there on Lady Paws, Inspector? Enough for it to be clear that she dirtied her hands on the victim's body. You noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. I do. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There's only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Catalina's paws could have only belonged to one person, one short runaway. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Granway? I do. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Catalina's paws had nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on her paws didn't come from the victim, where did it come from? Steak. On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Ravington? Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose my steak may have been on the menu. Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well, but wait, don't answer that, Inspector. There's a possibility. No! Intriguing, pretty convincing. We gained a little favor with the jury, okay. So, Inspector Voltaire, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Catalina is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She has no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right. Again, a proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner bouquet. This sounds like Castrick arguing that Biggs are useless. Yeah, 100%, Chris. This is a very text-heavy game. But as it happened, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Cataline to eat with her paws. Missing silverware! The silverware of the household had been previously stolen. So stolen? I don't recall any mention that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the R residence when we were performing the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron R approached us about the very subject last night. Ah. Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. Gained a little favor with the jury. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I'm the most thorough investigator on the force. Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Yeah. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine. So be it. Messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Yeah, yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur R.R., the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Mr. R.R., please approach the stand and recite the oath. I was expecting a rabbit. But then, Robin. I'm a dum-dum. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robito Robino. Because I thought Rabbit, whatever was going to be a rabbit. But I don't just take people's pictures. I capture their very essence. God, I'm not even tried to speak the French. You may have seen my works in hit magazines, La Branche or Cis, whatever. I could send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Mr. Robin. But let's get down to business. Did you tell us your activities were on the night and the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron R to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron R and left, like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is quite an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron R, the lion who hosted the event. Camera position is cutting off the bottom left corner of the screen. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Oh, nope. I want this one. Boom. Nope. Come on. There we go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't detect the full screen application, which is annoying, so I have to fiddle around with it. Unless we see the senior father of the defendant, Dame Cataline. I see the housemaid Colleen Duat, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Grenouet, and the second is the defendant, Dame Cataline Debeau. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Remington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed to the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. No problem, Chris. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photographs, you see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Voltaire told you, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Hold on one second. Make sure it's nobody important texting me. No. Okay, good. Yes, we see, Mr. Rabbitin. Every suspect has an alibi at the time of murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Cataline told us that she was present when the photograph took place, but I don't see her in Robin's photograph. That's true, but we can't use her testimony as evidence. That has too little weight. If I want to prove that Mr. R's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I'll have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. Huh, it's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Cross-examination. Right something on camera. Photograph. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Mr. R, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious. Because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible. I just told you, Monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased evidence. Photographs it produced are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific? Certainly. Right there. The clock is in this photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Mr. R. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The clock was missing hands! The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing to 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge at 2C has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron R or his housemaid if you have doubts. Mr. R, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, monsieur. Your photographs depict something that does not exist in the real world. But maybe there's an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Mr. R, edited this photograph. I'll be right back. Edited? I'm no expert, but I expect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands on the clock. It would have been a simple test considering the clock face was bare. One can speculate that you specifically chose to include a handleless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would you witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, clears all the photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, Mr. R created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Mr. R coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Mr. R. Fine, you got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Granway? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered by whom? I dare not say. Mr. R, I strongly advise you answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robino, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime, after all. Since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That is the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Intriguing, pretty convincing. We gained a little favor with the jury. The clock's hands were painted on, so what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Catalina as absent close to the time of murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Mr. R. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that all other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cat was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or it was Senior perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks any means or motive, and it wouldn't make for sense for Senior to implicate his own daughter. Well, sure you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron R deliberately tried to frame Dame Cat? That'd be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Mr. R, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, perhaps I should offer my opinion. But Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor. Yeah, I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good. And I trust the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Okay. Baron R, on the night of, initial dinner went magnificently. The photographer alive, Mr. Granway, left to visit the garden. Dame Catalina followed behind him moments later. Senior Mr. R, and myself were engaged in conversation, we paid her no mind. Far too many names with R in them in this game. In real life, this must be a common pain in the butt for IRL attorneys. 100%. I'm just calling them all Mr. R at this point. Don't even care. Although, his should have something to do with a lion. Maybe that's French for lion. I don't know. But after the photographer left, my housemaid left to go find Mr. Granway. And he was a frog, so I guess Granway, green, whatever. And Dame Cat. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Bum, bum, bum. You doubt my integrity, Garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well, then. This will be your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron R, am an honest man. Oh, excuse me. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Select a statement to question. Dinner, Monsieur Granway, garden, housemaid, garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden for ourselves. What's with all the horses? When was the last time you visited it? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash. I love that word. My word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. The word for lion in French is in fact lion, but it's pronounced Leon. Okay. Yeah, so... I don't know. They could have come up with something better for his name. Oh, okay, sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. See, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. Probably from Roar. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Darn you and your logic, Kasric. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations, are there? Because I can only think of one. Is that you, Baron R, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities? Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron R, murdered Monsieur Grandway. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder, how shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen in the highest order. The allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no, means, motive, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Rabbington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron R as a prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion claws are sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Mr. R confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of the handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you going to let this slanderous man go uncontested? Say something. Object. Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So, out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senor Purdy, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Cat was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there's only one outrage here. That is, a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, Garçon? You had a nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like that fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous web. I have to gut you right here now, like a damned frog. Come on. The defense. Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. I love Quark. That's a great name. Let's go, old man. To the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, to be honest, no. I shall not confer the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. The artwork in this game is quite impressive. It takes some highly talented... It really does. Like, I love this artwork. Fucking, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Cat's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there's a significant possibility that she is not guilty. This case is reminding you of A Few Good Men. I don't think I've seen that one, actually. I'm not sure I understand the difference. We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it's clear that an error of judgment was made in the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cat, to be not guilty. All I can see is like that, what, Phoenix Wright or whatever? Objection! Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You're amazing, Mr. Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked out unveiling the truth given the facts of the case. Mr. Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh, wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. All right, I'll spell it out for you. I recommend... Oh, I murdered Monsieur Grunway. No. I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand. Business? Highly recommend A Few Good Men was as a movie. The story is full of twists and turns and Jekyll. I love Nicholson. Because my papa shared the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron R's cigar butt hidden in the garden. If you enjoy A Few Good Men, then I'll recommend The Rainmaker starring Matt Damon and Danny DeVito. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Mr. R's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grunway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Mr. R to paint me over Baron R. and to add hands to the clock. That lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It was a good thing that Mr. Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. This is a great twist. I love this. I think you should leave. Huh, fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Mr. Falcon. Adieu, Pete Sparrowson. How much did she give us? 59, so we were at 19, so nice. She gave us 30. Or no, she gave us 40. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? You don't do anything. I mean, it's... End of Act 1. Your game has been saved. Do you wish to continue? Yeah, we'll keep going. We got time. January 7th, 1848. Let us be reasonable, senors. I'm sure that this is a simple misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Act 2, A Fox Among Wolves. Okay, so our evidencing resets. Still at 59 francs. I wonder how many acts there are in this. I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up in the office on Friday. But it's now midday on Monday. There's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. Let's wait around a little. What was I saying? Falcon's a big bird. He can handle himself. This is dull. I'll go look for him. I should probably go find him. This home would be a good place to start. The bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way. Alrighty. Where would he be? We're at the offices now. Probably be at the chateau. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duhat. Down here. Oh, there you are. It's Sparrowson, all right? It's Sparrowson, right? That's right. Look, that was a great twist. If you want to run something like this in one of your games, cast request if you go remain silent when you drop the truth on the other players. Yeah, like, that was a really good twist. Like, oh, man. Heard about the case you were involved in. I would never have thought that Baron was a murderer. He always treated you with the utmost respect. Then I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. Yeah, I suppose. How's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. Oh, you've seen him? Yes, he was brooding in the corner of Le Canard, Joya, whatever, mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. That's the dingy student bar on Rougon, right? I don't even know. Not dingy, it's a little rustic. In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, mademoiselle. Anytime, Sparrowson. It's almost as good as the twist on my Monday night campaign about the sending stone they had was a direct line to Atticus. It freaked out Banana. I forget what character he was playing in that campaign. We go to here. Yes. Carson stepped through the doors, the dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. The nostrils filled with the pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrowson. I haven't seen you in years. How you doing, hon? I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Quanelle. She's a dodo. Thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named Jayjay Falcon. Falcon, yep. Sorry that lump has been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him. Thanks, madam. No problem, hon. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Ooh, card room? What's in the card room? Rufus. Here to play some Jacques Noir, are you, monsieur? Alright, now I'm looking for my friend Jayjay Falcon. Big drunk fellow? I think I spotted him downstairs. Ah, thank you. There's a card game? I want to play the card game. No sign of him. I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon, what are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon, wake up. A few minutes, you got an idea for a solo game for a friend of mine I'd like to run by you in Discord. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, the bird's completely out cold. He must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake up a drunk person? You pour a drink on his head. Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey. Ah, good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon? Yeah. Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the Aviary office so we can get some work done. I don't understand it, Sparrowson. I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures. I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully. And yet a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where's the justice? We need to try harder. Maybe we need to try harder? Try harder? I don't know if we messed up or if the system messed up or what, but we just have to do our best as lawyers, I suppose. Maybe if we work hard enough, we can stop mess-ups from happening again. Who does? Where is she? Okay. Sorry, Falcon, I don't have the answers, but what I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Bakery. Croissants. Yep. They're waiting for you back at the aviary. I'm sitting here moping around about Justin. You offer me croissants. Well, it's not just croissants. I got some. I have no idea. Pains au chocolat too. I go for plain au chocolat. Fantastic. Let's make a move. All right. I admit it. These croissants are amazing. I told you. Pierre's Boulangerie on Rue Verde is something else. Oh, that reminds me. The baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call plains au chocolat in America? They don't call them pains au chocolat. Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole other language. That is so right. What do they call them? Chocolate croissants. Hello. Yeah, chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? I think those are still profiteroles rather than custard. They fill them with ice cream, smother them in melted chocolate. Simply outstanding. Is this the Aviary Attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? Well, what do they call call crepes? Excuse me! You just hear something, Sparrowson. Down here! Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one? Oh gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name is Mousy. What can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy? I have this friend. Excuse me, he's fallen under some legal turbulence. Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested? Ah, yes, I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. That's quite a problem. I know. Oh, but I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain. The Prince of Spain? And you think that's worth mentioning from the start? I forgot. I must ask, Mousy. Why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire the accounts with a little more... not terribleness? Expertise. Oh, the Prince has great faith in your learning skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned. Really? The Prince said that? Great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you don't deny a request from the Prince of Spain. Of course not. We'll take the case. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We have a royalty to defend. That's the spirit. Good luck to you, messieurs. You're coming with us, Mousy? I have other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held in the concierge. I'm sure he'll fill you in on the details. Right. Let's make a move then. All right. I'll be right back. I gotta see what my daughter needs as we head to the concierge. Good day, monsieur. Oh, you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Kitten's trial. Baron R is pacing around the cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad, but hey, a criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. You're not here to defend him, are you? Because that'd be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Q, heir to the throne of Spain. The mouthy fox, huh? The guy's driving me nuts with his senores and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better. Not very nice. Well, come on then, while we're young. The Prince of Spain, I presume? Indeed, I'm Juan Q, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Monsieur Jayjay Falcon. But I wouldn't say legendary. I wouldn't even say notable. Such humility, I would expect nothing less from the renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero Mousy explained the situation. He told us that you had been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Aha, of course. What is that you want to know? A little confused at how a member of royalty could get into so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Of course, let me see where to begin. It's cold and misty morning on the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis was unveiling a new painting at the Palace de Louvre. I wish to meet the man myself. The Louvre? I don't know what they call it. So after a brief stroll in the picnic of the garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the grand gallery. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. The rose. An international symbol of passion and virtue. A romantic. But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howl. Ouch, cried out Major Howl. I've pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. Then the major slumped to the floor, his face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked? Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon, but clearly the police felt that poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. With so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? So where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at Le Halles Market, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Caigny. But surely you're not suggesting that the flower girl applied the poison herself, Senor Falcon. I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poison rose has been added to our evidence folder. Oh, yeah, here we go. Come on, go away. You want to ask something else, Senor Falcon? Why are you in Paris? I'm on a diplomatic mission. I do not know whether you're familiar with current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, and backstabbing. It's chaos that people are suffering. So I thought if I could befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Querido dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation. Oh, I guess that plan's gone out the window. Sparrowson, don't be rude. No, he was right. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Don't you throw that in my garbage. Oh, okay. I thought you were throwing the dirty diaper away. Maybe once the dust is settled, you will have another opportunity to speak with King Louis, and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I'm sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What book are you reading? What were you reading before we so rudely interrupted? Who called me? I didn't even hear my phone go off. This book is a Spanish classic, Don Quixote. You know it? Of course I've read it. It's a strange story. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be laughing or crying over the hero's misadventures. Indeed, it's easy to read the book as a comedy, but when I look around, I can't help but see all the people who think themselves as knights. I have no idea what you two are prattling on about. Not a book lover, Senor Sparrowson? I dabble. It's just most of my reading material tends to be on the lighter side, nice and pulpy. I see. Well, how about this, Senor Sparrowson? I will lend you this book. Maybe you'll have a chance to read it, and then you'll be able to join in our conversation. Thank you. I'll keep it in my bathroom. For toilet reading material, of course. All right. The book has been added to our evidence folder. Anything else you want to know? No, I think that's everything. Thank you. What's the plan, Big Bird? Well, we have two lines of inquiry. We should head to see the crime, see if we can find any clues or witnesses, interview the flower girl, to see if she has anything to say about the alleged poison rose. Two tests spread over 6 days. It almost sounds too easy. Let's not get complacent. Good luck, senores. Wait a minute, Falcon. What is it? Does something seem off about Prince Juan to you? I mean, he seemed kind of nice. Oh, he seemed off. Seems quite a character. I think he seems quite a character. Seems colorful to me, throwing roses, fighting about literature. Juan's one suave Spaniard. Maybe I misread him. Well, look, if this is bothering you, we could always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret. Hi, Albels, come here. Come here. Want to hang out with Uncle Bees? I don't need my headset on while I have you, because there's really nothing going on as far as words. Hi. Oh. Hey, no. But we still got a trial to prepare for. Priority, Sparrowson. Lay down. Lay your head down. It's okay. A new day. All right. Ooh, okay. Tavern. Something's going on there. I think we could go to what? Should we? Okay. Elbows. Should we go to the murder hall first? Yeah. Okay. We'll go there. Oh. The pair arrive at the market. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustled from place to place. The swan said he met a flower girl here. Heidi, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so we should probably act with tact and finesse. Excuse me, mademoiselle, flower lady, we'd like a word. Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from me, lady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Oh, perhaps you would be satisfied with my chrysanthemum instead. It's a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby, and he said dumb things ever since. Hey, let me introduce myself. I'm Jayjay Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Cagney? That's right, Catherine Marie Cagney. You want to go back to Emma? I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know?
She gave this to Emma.
No.
What is it?
Not hers. Neither Bailey's size, I don't remember. Alright, I'm streaming. I know the rose I sold was used as a murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So, do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is so. Please, ask away. Who bought your last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to? The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our one. I met him around a week ago on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I fear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh? Why is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. That was all. Just so happens we're defending this particular fox in our... Well, I don't know. There's something to say that could prove his innocence, and now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs, I can't. Wait, but it was all kind of weird. Yeah. This one, oh, sorry, I'm just reading it, not saying it. This one obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed, but I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting a little more tactful finesse next time? Hush. All right. Let's see if we can talk to her again. This is not going to use up a daytime. That's right. You don't see any sign of the flower girl. Yeah, probably because you scared off your crazy tactful finesse strategy, dummy. Maybe you scared her with your innocent, inappropriate flirting technique. Have you know I can flirt like a peacock in tail fanning mode. They don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere. Okay. Let's go to the Canyard for now. Really, Falcon, I thought we were done with your mopey droping. I'm not here to drink espresso, or mope for that matter. Heaven's our fantastic hub of information. Wish to learn more about the Prince One, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. That's pretty good thinking. Ah, you two are back. You feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Kwan. That's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual? No. I'm back to investigate work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain, I don't know if you noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. No regulars, Rufus the Powell, are playing cards in this attic, same as always. We got all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattle enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's see, where to start. Drinking room. So there I was, in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I've been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. Then BAM! You shot it? No. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. It was like one of them heart attacks. Me and Nan went the same way. That's what I thought, but when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa, it was rabid? Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Ask about the boar. Excuse me, Monsieur. Yes, can I help you? You say that the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? Oh, I guess that I ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, Monsieur. What is it? I suppose you've seen Juan Cuerdo around here. He's a Spanish... I clicked that too fast. Foxy fellow, swaggy hat, calls everyone senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? Ain't got a clue. Sorry, Monsieurs. You're barking up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my compadre has a point. You want to talk about hunting? Then I'm your man. For Spanish royalty? Sounds like a question to be answered at a library, Monsieur, not a tavern. A library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, Monsieur. Leave them be. Let's give them some peace. Card room? Can we play? Come on, Paul. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer is no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you will have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, Monsieur. Yes, you, Monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Sure. Absolutely. Deal me in, Monsieur. Very well, then. Do you know how to play? Nope. Nope, I'm only familiar with Sego and Tap. Rock. That's much better than those silly games. Let me tell you how it works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I deal you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. I'll give you 5 francs. 5 francs? Seems a little steep. The man's game, Monsieur. Only children gamble over petit sous. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right? I suppose so. Alright, so it's blackjack. Go for 21. My turn. That's a 3. And that's a 4, okay. We're at 16. Ah! Yeah, we'll do one more. I can see us losing our francs real fast at this. 5, 11, 18. We'll stay there. Oh! Cheater. He cheats. No, I'm done. Are we ready to hit the road? Yep, let's go. Let's make a move. Alright, so now we're going to Thursday. Alright, let's see if she's back. No, okay, she's gone. Alright. Alright, we've done that. The library. We haven't gone to the Louvre, whatever they call it. Do that first. Alright, we make our way there. That's the Arc of Triumph over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. There's the Triumph of Carousel, you doofus. The big arc, the Triumph, is on up the road. What? No way. Why are there 2? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many Triumph arches as he damn well pleases. Well, I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin. Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me as your new assistant? Fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Or are you 2 old school friends or something? More like arch rivals. Please, JJ. I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, you met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions, did you get humiliated terribly? I'm amazed a falling bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, Severin, business had never been better. I'll have you know I'm currently being employed to the Prince of Spain, no less. Prince of Spain, Juan Cuerdo? This is quite an amusing coincidence. Don't tell me. Correct, I'm the prosecutor for the very same case. It's a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that's what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. Don't call me bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Severin. One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire. Oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort. Huh? Oh yeah. What are you saying proves nothing, Voltaire. Oh, very good, JJ. A worthy repose. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court. Ugh, I can't stand that guy. He did seem like a bit of a cockerel. It's true what he said, you know, that he trounced you in court 5 times. Can't deny it. Severin has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. No wonder he always manages to one-up me. But this time will be different, right? I hope so. I know so, for you see, I stole this annotated map of the Louvre out of Cocorico's pocket when he was basically rattling off Voltaire quotes. Person, that's pretty impressive. And illegal. Or you're standing 3 meters away the whole time. You tall birds are so busy with their heads in the clouds you don't ever notice a small folk running around on your feet. Benji Cocorico's pocket was like taking candy from a very tall baby. Let's take a closer look. I see this map shows the entire Louvre, everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We are currently standing here in the Palace of Carousel. And those penned-in arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here through the Salle du Tibre. Then here to the Grand Gallery where the murder occurred. Then Prince Juan said that he spent the morning in the Tuileries Gardens. That's right, so that means Prince Juan approached from the Louvre on the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first? Should we go to the garden first? Yeah, let's go to the garden first. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon. Doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar? Yeah, now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Rubino. Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. Lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dream to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was giving community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time. Sound like just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping. Actually, I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Ropino. How's the groundskeeping going? Terrible. Search for pigs, sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. Ooh, look what I picked up by the West Entrance. A book page. A whole book I could understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment, may I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's the page from Don Quixote. I take it off your hands, monsieur. Sure. What's it worth to you? What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless. I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties. Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for trouble. How about you give me the page and... I don't want to pay money at 49. Let's pick a joke, Maxime. Put a good word in, it might be able to get your sentence reduced. Really? You'll do that for me? Thank you, monsieur. I would really appreciate that. Here, take the page. Page 44, okay. You want to ask something else? We met Prince Juan. I don't suppose you've bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? A Spanish fox? No, I never met anyone like that. this is about the assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today. I see. Is there anything else you wanted? That's all. I'll get back to you, Mr. Robin. All right, so we did that. Let's go to... This is where the king started, right? Yeah, let's go here next. So this is Salle de Tubre. If I understand Coco's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate. Interview. Right, interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do a little snooping. What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallery where the murder took place. Think about it, Falcon. Yeah, that is true, Chris. Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over Grand Gallery with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet that numbskull Inspector Volerty didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic seemed a little questionable, but it couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. Select an area to examine. All right, we'll start here. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson. No, really, this urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing, you're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back from the office? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it. Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no. Ooh, look what I found in the urn. Put that down, Sparrowson. It's someone's old rubbish. No, look, it's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark, 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicate that this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. I don't even know. Mon Dieu? What does that even mean? What does that mean, Chris? I don't know French. Sparrowson, you deduced all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. That won't be necessary. Sparrowson, if you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you would be the world's greatest detective. I bet you that's poison. If only all evidence were edible. Do you have any idea which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we could know that. I suppose we'll just have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. What a chore. Interesting, because I can see Lander Hagglesack's Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. So I can't blame a bird for trying. Chocolate wrapper has been added to our evidence folder. Alright, so we got this. I thought that's kind of what it was. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand or podium? Maybe it's just a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. My uncle's a Roman historian, trust me. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think the style is like Ionic. Not Ionic, Falcon. Iony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it means something completely different. That's not... Never mind. I see a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? I don't know, 300 francs a piece at least? What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrowson. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber. Oh, well, that's one way to get rich quick. Oh, we'll grab this one first. A supporting column is holding the roof up. If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get its location on time. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what does it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet. Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. This is a sacred Mesopotamian artifact. Given to the Emperor Hadrian for his victory at Euphrates in 123 AD. Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. All right, you got me. This could be a Hibbo's chamber pot for all I know. I think that was everything. Yes. We're done here, for now at least. We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where to next? Grand Gallery? Carousel? Gallery. AFK? Alright, enjoy your AFK. See when you get back. Here we are, the Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. I see hundreds of paintings. Which one is the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We'll have to ask somebody. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Excuse me, Monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit? Oh yeah, I can help you with that. It's a piece right behind you. Oh, I see it's a painting of the king himself. That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? I'm no art critic, but it's a masterpiece. Magnificent painting of our beloved king. It's a masterpiece. Oh, really? You must be looking at different paintings. All I see is a penguin in a fancy dress. I'm getting the impression that you, messieurs, aren't regulars at art galleries. No, we're a pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never even been to the Middle East. And I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt? That's right. We're actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, ooh. I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Thank you. I don't normally deal with these gray area of the law types. No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before. I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. No trouble. Alright, we got the business card. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally, we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence. But that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Here's all we got left. Are we all done here? Oh. Yep, let's go. Oh, that's where we were. Always come back later if we forgot something. We need to go... We need to go to the library. Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poison pork. The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Hey, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask. Since we're not a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? Like the classics. Like the classics, you know? Yeah, sure, that sort of thing. I'll try to ask Mark. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. I mean, I like those too. You didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slipcover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Do you, monsieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. Can you tell us about Don Quixote? I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't... I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See? There's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. A French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see. Thank you. Do you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Oh, well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Could you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? Excuse me. What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regina Isabella II, of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown will likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Well, it's certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. Prince Juan Querido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There's no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Querido is the real name. There's certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our best interest to confront Prince Juan directly to get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? That's all. Don't worry, monsieur. I think we're done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you good day. Occasionally, a special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation point will pop up on the screen. These cinematic scenes are only available for a day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. Well, let's do that. I mean, ooh. A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats, real confident, bourgeoisie are something. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then a revolution. The bride. All right, let's try again. See if that flower lady's there. Nope. Bummer. I feel like we missed stuff because there's another question we weren't able to ask her. That makes me sad. Where do we need to go? We gotta go talk to the wolf guy. Or the fox. You again. Visiting hours over. Come back tomorrow. I have no time for your quibbling, Monsieur. Stand aside. Can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is a direct violation of statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Alright. No need to bring out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Oh, Falcon. Did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson. Learn how to bluff. Why did my thing like alert 3? I don't know. I'll read that later, Chris. Definitely. Memorize. Come on, Sparrowson. Learn how to bluff. We already said that. I love how the music changes for him. Senor Falcon, it's good to see you again. I have some good news about my case, I hope. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. You want me to spell it out? I know that you're not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Querido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you say Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purposes of getting arrested. What is your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I'm Juan Querido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Rayer, a pauper living under a bridge in this... whatever. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect you already know my real name. Yeah. You are Renard Vulpe's private investigator. Very astute, and you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. That wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me. Juan, Renard, Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you are attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? Why would you want to get arrested? Putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has a debt these days, Monsieur. No. I think we messed up when we pressured her. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I'm owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. Another man, a gallant knight with foolish archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. You understand what I'm saying, Monsieur? I understand. Monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. I may ask, Monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information you had? Police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, Monsieur. Well on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime? No, that's all. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really, I don't feel we learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south? What is that, some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right. It's a good thing I'm not doing this like right before a D&D session, because that would just be chaos for me. All right. Can't we talk to her now? Probably not. Nah, she's still gone. That's a bummer. All right, we need to go to R&M Associates. Ooh, customers. Hello, is this the office of Renard Vulpes? Ah, it's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? This is where I work. See, R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take on. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes. The birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said that they would help you with the trial. See the names? Yep. Cagney, whatever they are. Okay, it's certain, but I don't know who these people are. They're her parents. Falcon? Neither do I, really. Monsieur, Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people and then make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange. I'm not sure exactly how those stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep a hold of them just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. All right, January 17th, Monday. Oh, only one place requires us to do a full day thing. Okay. Oh, wait, it's a trial, isn't it? All right, let's see if she's back here. Okay, so we can't go anywhere else. It's a bummer. Once again, Falcon's person find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Yes, I am feeling nervous today. Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing! Easy there, Falcon. We can do this. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. And bring the truth to light, you say. An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you cease your yammering. The door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will. Are we ready? We're ready. JJ. Severin. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, like cuckoo clock? Yeah, you're the nervous one. The whole courtroom is nervous. Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. Can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial's even started, why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect. Order, order. Let's all settle down. Court now session. Ooh, it's a wolf. Falcon. What is it? Does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who presided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, it's a little strange, isn't it? Not really. There are dozens of judges in Paris alone. It makes sense that we see different ones in different cases. Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with the flight of stairs. But rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get the show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Corrido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, the trial will be over in 5 minutes. But 5 minutes? You're just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. We're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. Call upon Inspector Jayjay Falcon. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector just blah blah blah. Oh, same thing they said last time. I love it. That will do, Inspector. We all heard your monologue before. Whoa, Falco's really going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the LGG by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King L, and the corpse of Major Howell with the rose in hand, around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and promptly dropping dead. Oh, excuse me. And what did the morgue uncover upon an examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poison rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else would be amiss in the old bird's something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh, this sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Cross-examination. All right. You don't care about the time. Major Howell was a corpse. Yeah, poisoning. Because we think it was a candy bar. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison? Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. How was Major Howell poisoned? How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His fingers pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder tested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You must have heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant leak here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. There's no poison on the rose, and Prince Juan lives, and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment would be just in fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, Jayjay. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know if the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, Jayjay, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong! There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked. I show you the chocolate bar! Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at? There's a paper wrapper of the piece of chocolate. It was found in the lure of the salad tuber, to be precise. We could date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Hal ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Ooh, we gained favor with the jury. Did you see this rabbit at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. Prosecution's right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, shows. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Hal consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact we are still investigating. I see. And you have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little bit more to definitively prove. So in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Hal consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you pluck straight out of the gutter. That's weak even for you, Jayjay. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the lure at the time of the incident. Call upon Master TK. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. All right. The oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, tell the truth and tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is TK, and I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman? Oh, that is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes TK, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. Can we list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman? Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingley, is it true that you were nearby at the Louvre at the time of the incidents? Yes, I was sitting upon a railing at the Pont des Arts. Where is the Pont des Arts? Oh, right here. Okay. The City Bridge is just stone throw from the Louvre South entrance, correct? That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? So you would have plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, it's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. And around 9:30, I saw a shifty-looking fox looking around the entrance. Your Honor, I object to the witness' use of the term shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description. No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. Then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of a rose, you say, as if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Oh, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course. was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. Objection! But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of crime? That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. We do, I believe. Really, this nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Ugh, fine. Your thing. Go on, Falcon. Make a fool out of yourself. Cross-examination. I'd like to statement a question. I think this would be the one because he came from the west side, but this is on the south side. Yeah. Mr. Kingsley, you say that you were sitting on the railings of the Point d'Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. What entrances can you see from that bridge? Had a good view of the South Bridge, right? Yes, it's a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side. What about the other entrances? The other entrances? You mean like if you're entering from the carousel or the gardens? No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Swan entering the south entrance with a flower in hand, and that's what counts. What if Prince Swan used another entrance? What if he approached from the gardens to the west? That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Swan entered the lure from the gardens? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Swan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, Jay. It shows us definitive proof that Juan entered from the gardens. That'd be the Don Quixote book. Look at this. A book page. Page 44 of Don Quixote specifically. It was found just outside the west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is a book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he had on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. Do you realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in the gardens prior to entering the Louvre. That also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by TK from the bridge. What? I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but the defendant took the long way around. Maybe he took a long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Coco. Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis. You're fond of logic, aren't you, Coco? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page fell out on his way to the entrance. 2. He deliberately planted on the off chance that it would be discovered and took the long way around. How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes. Mr. Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I said is the truth. I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That's not what I meant. Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. Ain't a little favor with the jury. Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of TK's testimony is false. Ah, no! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan looking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start the hare vs. tortoise trial. Is that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session. It was a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes. Alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. A lot came up in that trial, huh? Talking like a madman here. Yeah, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand? Maybe he was coerced. Well, it's possible he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep it open in mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus. He's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you. A letter from me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. Have you been demoted to career status, Rupert? Oh, hush, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback. What does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There's no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Well, I can't help but wonder why they would bother since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We are still going ahead with our investigation, though, right? Absolutely. The lawyer would deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So we gotta figure out who bought the chocolate. I think we don't need the lure, I don't think. Yeah, let's go to the chocolate emporium. Actually, let's see if the lady's there yet. Nope. Okay. We tried. Chocolate emporium. Welcome to Lander Hagel's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I am Lander Hagelslack, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am Jayjay Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. A lawyer is very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but, well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. Funny story. Soon as I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? Is the smell, Falcon? It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. Pretty sick. Restrain yourself, Sparrowson. But I'm rambling, aren't I? So you monsieur is here to buy some chocolate? Yes. No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first, we believe the chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademarked Hagelslack wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelslack chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Mr. H. Who bought this piece of chocolate? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor, understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. Your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and the name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, yes. That I could probably do, Monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? So we only have one more page left of people. That's crazy. I don't think Hal would have bought the chocolates. Aha! Wait, did you say yes? Wolf in judicial robes. I just saw a person like that a little while ago. On the 6th of January, to be precise. Did he say or do anything suspicious? Not that I recall, Monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow. Big toothy grin. Bought 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling. Custom filling? Some type of caramel. He provided it himself, though he unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample. What does this mean, Falcon? Alright. Well, we shouldn't make assumptions. It just means that this judge liked to eat chocolate. But if the judge's purchase is related to the wrapper at the crime scene, then... Monsieur Hacklesack, do you think I could get a copy of Judge Romulus's receipt? I could do one better, Monsieur. I have the original receipt here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand? It's okay for us to take it, Monsieur. Absolutely. Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial, after all. Chocolate sheet has been added to our evidence folder. Okay. Oh, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Reading, I knew Judge Romulus was shady, but only a truly villainous people write in green. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hacklesack. You have been enormously helpful. I'm glad to be of service. I wish you the best luck with your case, Messieurs. A new day. So, let's go here. Right? Yeah, let's go here. What are we doing today? Playing cards that were flat out broke? Maybe. Let's see. Nope, not playing. You don't need to lose more money. Alright, return to... Oh, I guess we don't need to be here. Ready to hit the road? Yep, let's go. So that was a waste of a day. Just bring her to me. Oh, we have something at the offices. Oh, we can only go to the offices. Maybe we messed up. I'm pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. Some are relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. So we got one day until the trial about how to spend it. Suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards that... What's something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Hal consumed a piece of chocolate before he died. We know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Coco will most certainly bring that up. And so I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contained traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. I'll stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. And I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. No! 45 minutes ago. Sparrowson! That's sad. I was not expecting that from this game. Dr. Sparrowson, okay. He's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Learning occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He'll make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There's a matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. This is terrible. What the hell is Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You, I finally found you. Someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, Monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see. Au revoir, Jayjay Falcon. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Ah, Dame Cataline. Can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. I made no mistakes. Did my duty as a lawyer. Your duty put an innocent man on death row, Monsieur Falcon. I hope you're proud of that. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures? Not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say. How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather. I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, geez, Sparrowson, have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Trial day, isn't it? Son, come on, monsieur, wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Oh, my head. Where am I? Went to Arts, by the Louvre in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the scene. Nearly broke my ride doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. You're old Falcon or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? Yeah, your head pretty hard, huh? It's 21st of January, around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. Should have been at the court 10 minutes ago. Oh, you're running late. Take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition? That'd be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Sure, at least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? Oh, it's a modern fountain pen. Phone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this, and I suppose it has to be mine. Okay. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me a fisherman. Nine o'clock, I believe it's time for the roll call. The defendant not present. Such unprofessionalism. There's no defense, and the trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that's already been presented. I should now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Wanda is guilty of murdering Major Hal and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I am a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. It would seem somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That is very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present. Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Dear God, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the scene or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But Your Honor. Rules are rules. One more word out of either you and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? He's here? Oh, we are not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, it is my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late, and, oh, pish-posh. France had become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. Judge, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities the day before the murder? Or the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Perhaps your arrival at the Louvre. All right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance at 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and Messieurs of the court. What we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. This is no ordinary testimony. It is a testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Select a statement to question. Think that one. Majesty, you say you passed through the Salle de Tibre uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at paintings, and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. What did you see in there? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Tibre? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I want the king to elaborate. I reason to believe that this was a key moment in the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. All right, let me think. So there was that giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else, now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at home. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was Mademoiselle Cagny. Cagny. That sounds familiar. Well, yes, I think that that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Cagny. I see this is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Cagny gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gift of chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. That much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes. Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why I ought to end this trial? Hold on. I do have evidence that chocolates was, in fact, poison. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, Okay, Tyler, I'll be right up in a minute. Okay. It's a game. I'm almost done with this act, I think. Okay, so Tyler, I'll be up in a minute. I'm almost done. Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. As he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Till the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson! Are you okay? Yep. The doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on the poison chocolate issue. I've got a doctor's note. See? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to the hospital where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These include profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshod, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Here we go. Signed, Dr. Falret. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Junior out the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you say the King is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Here, tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poison. We can nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear that it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. So then what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. That poison wrapper was introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, not a wholly illogical link, but you have proved beyond a doubt that Major Hall was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Hey, there's a swan lady. Hello. You. Sparrowson. It's great to see you on your feet, and you've been an enormous asset to this case. But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Coco liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Cagny, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just a moment before you arrived, we the court established that she is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Cagny as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan and not convict Mademoiselle Cagny. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Blah, blah, blah. I swear, Your Honor. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Cagny, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Cagny, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. Saw the king enter around 9. I followed. When they came to a stop, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from moonshod, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Sure, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He's a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I'm confessing of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. Gained a little favor of the jury. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? No, I haven't finished my examination. We have tons of evidence still. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan. And you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. At least show something to the witness. You and the prosecutor are a pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine, if he'll shut you up, I'll let you show one medical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine I'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. I think going AFK for a while, going to head to the gym will lurk while gone. Please feel free to raid someone when your stream ends. Okay. Okay, let's do. I think we do the ticket stubs here. Because she'd be, of course, because these her parents are going to go. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Maman. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, and a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before, she's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yams during my time as a prosecutor. Though admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. In any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Cagny, I would like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money. Then you must have both signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle had no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Cagny? A link? Of course, members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. You can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Cagny in the past. I know this because at this very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that leaks Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Gotta be the pen, right? All contains green ink. Yeah, that's him. I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus. That much is obvious. But if we were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I had to find a link between the judge and the crime scene. What are you waiting for, defense? Show us supposed evidence of my meddling. Oh, the receipt then. I think you should take a look at this, Severin. Me? Don't trust it in the judge's hands? What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? This is a receipt for a box of chocolates from Lander Hagelin's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus. Yeah, you're in trouble, boy. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been the same brand and flavor of the ones that were used by the royal assassination's attempt. By itself, the evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper, the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery, or are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed that receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. Yeah. That would be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Now we present the pen. Castrick's arguments in court gives a new meaning to the phrase legal briefs. Oh, but first things first, I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Hmm? Oh yeah, that's mine. Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere. As I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside whatever hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the sign. Oh, so that's why you smell of fish. I want to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? On close respect, I say I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classical penmanship. What of it? Take another look at that chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald ink. Certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there's no room for a coincidence. There's no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you bought a box of chocolates with custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Madame Kaini, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, JR, leveraged that debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as a murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Kaini's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, TK, and when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Kaini to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered, but there's not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined at Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the court. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty, you'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic. A republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me. Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president judge's duties. Well, given the surprising series of revelations that took place, we believe that the results are clear. Find the defendant, Prince Juan Corrido, to be cleared of all charges, and we therefore find the defendant not guilty. Watch, he really friggin' did it. Not guilty. What? What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear you were coerced. However, you still play a significant role in the king's assassination attempts. Alright, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. Well, as it happens, the due process will not follow during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. But really? Thank you so much, monsieur. Thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you'd have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. Need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? Doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. Not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. You're smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs. And farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. I guess it's just you, me, and the fox, right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince 1 back to the aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way you did it was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimonies are completely invalid? Bullcock. You and I both know this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Cagney to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. Why are you holding back? Maybe 10, maybe even 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted her. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought if the guilty person ends up behind bars or in the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gaps in the law where even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided that I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Cagney, and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer, Coco. You? Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. I must congratulate you, Senor Falcon and Senor Sparrowson. Yeah, what am I doing? Still using them with that old accent. I, of course, meant congratulations, Falcon and Sparrowson. No big deal. We're just doing our jobs. No. Your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. The lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, but before I forget, your payment. Thank you, Monsieur. It has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur. Before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me? Yeah, Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Mr. Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Mr. Volps. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies. That's what we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say that the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or another. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. It's what I do. Well, bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. Good day, Messieurs. I'm going to go get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I was just going to ask if you wanted tea or coffee. Alright, I'm going to take a little break. So let's hit my ending soon screen. We'll stop recording. Thank you for watching on YouTube. We'll see you folks next time.